Now that you've practiced in front of an audience, you need to get that audience's feedback. The members of your practice audience may pick up on some things that you didn't even consider. Hey, did you realize that you say in between every sentence? You might want to try to take that out. Or did you realize you're only looking at the person on the right-hand side and you haven't looked at any of the other people in the room? Those are things that you might not pick up on because you can't see yourself, but the audience members will be able to pick up on. You can also, there was my did you notice that? You may also give them some things to look for. Look for my capital N, capital Z method of eye contact, or look to make sure that I'm looking up for a certain number of seconds each minute. And take their advice gracefully. The worst thing that they can do for you is say, oh, that was good, because that doesn't help you at all. So you want their criticism, but their constructive criticism, so that you can make your presentation better. So you may want to give them a little bit of a list. You may want to have them just jot down some notes, or give, mom and dad are really good for that, but it could be even an older brother or sister, a neighbor, or somebody like that that could give you feedback. If your stuffed animals start giving you feedback, I would be really concerned about that. Ultimately, what this entire set of practice videos is about is giving you confidence, giving you practice doing it when it comes the day of the speech, I've got this. And that makes such a huge difference for your performance on the day of that speech. There's one final thing that I want to talk about. It's number 9 in the WikiHow presentation, and it talks about dressing nicely. It does increase your confidence. When you look better, you feel better. It's one of the reasons that your coaches want you to dress up on game day. It's just a common thing. It's one of the reasons why you should dress up to go to a job interview. This week, in fact, it's Sunday or Saturday right now. So this upcoming Wednesday is going to be our JA for a day. And on JA for a day, one of the presentations they routinely give is something called Dress for Success. So I have modified some of their Dress for Success stuff to meet our needs, and I will be offering bonus points for different levels of dressing up for your speech. So you don't have to dress up for your speech. I'm not going to make you do that. However, I am going to give you a little checklist, and if you choose to check out or to dress up for your speech, there will be a bonus of, I don't know if it's going to be up to 2 or up to 3 points for dressing up in particular ways. And you can actually get it leveled. And I'll give you a handout that will describe everything, but it'll actually be leveled as far as if you just, you could go for 1 point, you could go for 2 points, you could go for 3 points. And we'll talk about that more when I give you the handout for that.